I seen it. Did you see it moving like that? Woo, 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 woo. It was a demon. Do you know what demons are like?
Yeah.
They're dark and they've got red eyes. Guess who's back? You ready, guys? Scary animations with the wifey. Listen, you've been pranking me every time I'm reacting to videos just lately. You got to leave me alone. I've read the comments. The fans have been saying, let him react. Stop bothering him. Stop prank scaring him. All that kind of silliness. All right? So we're gonna watch some scary horror, psycho editions.
No.
Yes, what do you mean? You're here, aren't you? You can't pull out now.
You didn't say it was horror.
I'm getting used to these guys. Do you know what? Do I need my wallet? It's my good luck. Will I have 1 minute?
Oh my gosh, you're a yellow belly.
TT Squad! Cape! Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, hit the notification bell. So you can be notified when we upload the videos on the Wilson family. And get myself all wrapped up. You ready, guys? Keep your doors open. 3, 2, 1.
I'm 21 years old now. This happened to my uncle when I was around 9 years old.
What's happened to him then?
My uncle was living in our house and was staying at our vacant guest room up on the 2nd floor. He's my dad's cousin, so he was really close to our family. My uncle was a morning person.
Morning person?
Don't look it.
What is a morning person?
I think that's like where they get up early and they're cheerful and the opposite to me.
That's me then.
Yeah, you're a morning person.
So that means I'm a nice person then, in a way. That means you're a horrible person.
I'm not a morning person, that is for sure.
Yeah, that is definitely for sure. Here we go. Let's see what happens to this morning person.
4 a.m., drink coffee and run morning errands around the house. He also told us that he could see and feel ghosts because he has a third eye.
What? A third eye?
No,
Did you see that on his forehead?
Why would he have a third eye?
What does that mean? Is that real? Do people have 3 eyes?
He's some kind of evil man then.
Why?
Surely.
Because he's got 3 eyes. It might be just one of them things. What is, you know, you can be born with 3 eyes. But why is one purple and the other 2 are brown? I'm going to start asking you to press play.
And to give you a little background on our house, it was the very first house that was built on our street. We could sometimes feel something moving around our house, especially at night. But we never...
Do you believe in ghosts?
I don't know.
I don't.
What do you reckon, guys? Have you ever had an experience with ghosts? Have you?
No.
Do you think they exist? Do you think ghosts exist?
know.
Let me know down below what you think about ghosts, guys. You know, have you experienced any ghost encounters?
One morning, my uncle woke up at his usual time.
4
around
a.m.!
4 a.m. He left his room.
Oh, that is a creepy room. That is just cringe room. Look at that. Is that a cot?
Don't forget, that is the oldest house on the street, so it's going to be very creaky.
You're doing all right, aren't you, with this? So you're not scared?
Well, a little bit, but
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on then, let's cuddle then. Can we cuddle?
Oh, you're...
Saw my older sister, who was 17 years old at that time, going up the stairs with a cup of coffee in her hand.
Can you hear the stairs
The
creaking?
weird thing was, he said that my sister was looking down and not showing her face the whole time. He greeted her with, "Good morning, and why are you up so early?" He said my sister just kept walking up while looking down and...
Why would she do that?
I tell you why, because people who are kind of scary and they've got that kind of aroma about themselves, they don't like to communicate with words, do they? They're kind of a person of a few words, like, I'm coming to get you, or, boom, or...
Yeah, but I'm like that in the morning till I've had my coffee, so she might not have had a coffee yet.
Do you know what? I'm glad you brought that subject up. You know, this lady here, she won't even have a conversation with me for at least an hour before she wakes up. She'll come into the living room area and I'll speak to her and she'll just walk past me. If I go morning, she'll go, pfft.
No.
Yes, you do. Morning,
do.
babe. I'm dead nice. I'm like a proper nice person, husband, you know, I'm always being nice to her. Morning, babes.
I don't do that, I go,
You're scary.
awkward as my sister just walked past him. He ignored it, thinking my sister was in a really bad mood. He thought she probably stayed up late studying or something. My uncle went
got
down
one
to
leg or
grab a
something?
cup of coffee when he saw my mother in the living room, ironing some clothes.
Why are you like, why are you sideways?
My uncle was confused about why
'Cause I
my
don't know
mother
what's
was up
gonna
at 4
happen.
a.m. and ironing clothes. He tried to talk to her and asked the same thing he asked my sister. Why are you up so early?
Yeah.
He noticed that my mother was wearing the same clothes from the night before.
She hasn't been to bed then. Why?
Oh yeah.
She hasn't been to bed.
She's been ironing all night then.
Yes.
She likes to iron all night.
She's still in the same clothes. Why?
But she smells a bit.
So he knew it was her. To his surprise, my mother ignored him. My mother never ignored anyone, which is why he found it strange. My mother was just looking down as she kept ironing.
Here we go.
That's when my uncle knew something was off. He knew something was very wrong here. He rushed back upstairs to his room, locked the door, turned off the lights, and tried to go back to sleep. He tried to forget about it and woke up again a few hours later. It was around 10 a.m. in the morning when he talked to my mother and my sister about what happened. They said they were asleep all night, and they don't recall
Did you hear
waking up
that?
Sleep all night?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
What was that? No.
at 4 a.m. My uncle was so shocked about what he had just experienced. Someone was copying my mother and sister earlier that
Oh, it's getting on! It's on!
They're ghosts.
They're proper ghosts. Guys, you must see that they are ghosts, you know? They're ghosts. Oh,
I was so
gosh.
scared at that
He's
time.
getting scared.
I became so paranoid.
Look at
that
that
I
house. Just look at it. You can just see it's old. It's
Yeah.
about 1,000 years old.
But would you stay in an old house?
I can prove it to you that I would stay in there by asking you something. I've been talking to the fans about reacting in the BFTs, doing one of these animations later on.
What do you mean?
Let's do it tonight.
When it's dark?
When it's dark.
Whoa! No! The fox might come into us.
The fox?
The fox that
What's
we
he gonna do? Just whack his tail? Hello. What you watching?
You don't say that if he nibbles your foot.
That's fine. I'll wear boots. Anyway, I'm going to go in the BFTs later on, guys. Me and my wife are going to react to a scary
I can't do
animation.
that.
Stay tuned for part 2 of after this episode.
Ooh.
Yeah?
No.
No!
I'll do one in the day.
We'll do one in the day, then we'll get ourselves warmed up for the night time.
I don't think
Okay.
I can do that.
Come on, let's be brave.
Oh,
Pinky!
no.
They've been asking for it. Come on, I need you.
Oh,
I need
I
you
don't
with
like
me.
the dark.
I need you with me.
And especially in the BFT with all flies and spiders.
Give you a kiss if you come in.
Definitely not doing it.
Oh gosh, you're boring.
something odd in our house, but I tried not to think about it too much. The night after that situation, my uncle woke up at around 3 a.m.
Oof.
He felt something
Oh,
at the
no,
end of his
don't.
bed.
No. Whoa!
Oh!
Can you imagine?
Oh, gosh!
Waking up!
If that was in my room.
You imagine waking up at 3 a.m. and looking at the bottom of your bed and seeing that. But you know what, guys? I look to the side of me at 3 a.m. and I see that.
You're cruel.
Oh my gosh.
She's got your feet. They look like your feet. They look like your feet.
They're your feet with
They are your feet. Dingy.
big bunions on.
Come up here, you.
Sitting there.
You know you want to be close to me.
My uncle froze for a while. He didn't know what to do. He was trembling when he said, "Go away." My uncle hid under his blankets. After a few minutes, which felt like hours, he looked at the same spot where he saw the woman, and she was
Oh
gone.
my gosh, I can't do with things like that.
My uncle slept with the lights on that night.
Ah, look at them feet!
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
No.
There's one foot hanging. Don't even tell me about it.
No.
I don't like
I
this
want to
bit.
see what
Hold on a
happens.
minute. I'm having a... Look at that foot.
Footloose.
It's not the time for jokes.
Let's see.
Ever again.
Scary true story about a Bloody Mary. Bloody Mary.
One day, I was
That's a
on my
drink,
way
innit?
back from a school party. I was with my friends, but please keep in mind I was only 20 years old. We were drunk, so we really didn't know where our Uber...
Listen, who's driving that car?
No, Uber driver, I think you just said.
Did I? Let's find
taking
out.
us. He took
Uber.
us through this road called
Sonoma.
Sonoma in California, and everyone in the car knew this road had a very upsetting story behind it. We didn't care,
No.
since we were all drunk, and it was 3 a.m.
They don't look drunk, do
They
they?
don't do that, they look very
I mean,
serious.
come on, guys. They just look like... come on. If you're drunk, you look like that. I just can imagine when I was out, when I was younger in my day when we used to go out regular. This is my wife's drunken face.
Oh, bit like that then. Look.
Mine was like, just normal. I could handle my pop. I could handle my milk. I could have milk and I'll be all right. You know, but I wouldn't be driving like that. I hit the gas, man. Hit the gas.
Wanted to go home. At what seemed like the end of the ride, the driver stopped at the side of the road and let in this girl.
No.
She's got a
She
wedding
sat in the
dress
back
on.
seat of the car. She claimed her name was Mary. All of our hearts dropped when we saw she had a dress on.
Weirdo.
It was a white dress.
That's the wedding dress, isn't it?
She also claimed that her husband dumped her on her wedding night. She said she was trying to find a ride for 3 hours, but she couldn't since it was too
Got
dark
big
outside.
hands. Like,
When I got
the
a good
face
look
changed.
at her, I was shaking because she was tearing up.
Oh, she's
I
evil.
whispered to my good friend Dominic. I told him about the Bloody Mary.
Oh my gosh, she's evil. No wonder he dumped her.
Ow.
She's gonna hurt them.
Oh, look at the state of that. She changed from a glamorous lady on her wedding day to a psycho.
Story. I told him that it took place on this very road and that the girl might be a ghost. Right as I finished that sentence, she looked at me through the rearview mirror with
What's wrong with her
bright,
face?
white eyes and asked us if we were talking about her.
Oh, paranoid.
My heart dropped once again.
Why have you got her in the car?
Get her out now.
Why have you got this lady in the car? Can't you see the alarm bells must be ringing? A wedding dress?
Too late. She's
Bloody Mary.
We asked the guy to pull over, but he insisted on dropping us off at our location. One of my female friends in the car started crying after Mary started reciting all of our names from the
No.
back of the car.
Oh, gosh.
We were scared because we didn't tell her our names. Now everyone in the car was crying except for me. It felt like we were driving forever, but it had only been 10 minutes. It got brighter out, and we realized that no one was in the back.
Where is that? Where is that Mary
It
gone?
was a night spirit that was there, and
What?
it left
A
because
night
it was now
spirit?
morning. The next morning, I thought about what happened while I was taking a shower. When I looked in the mirror,
Look at his neck. That's a...
She's clawed him.
I see things so... You know, I'm the first to see stuff in these animations.
She's clawed him.
Look at the neck.
I saw a scratch on my neck.
I don't think... I've had enough. I've done...
Demon.
I'm doing two. I'm not doing any more. Demon.
I saw the demon.
I don't know if I can do this one as well. I just want to have a little break. It's been a long day. It has been a long day, you know. You know.
I can't win the BFT.
You
I
can.
can't do it.
You can have to, but I want to
That
break.
will freak me out big time.
I don't like that title though. I saw a demon. True horror story. I don't. Demons are just.
Not good.
Gosh, I can just hear the fans now. Just say watch it. I just can just see them now. Just press hit. Just watch it then. Just watch it.
When I was 8 years old, I used to live in my grandma's house in Ecuador.
Oh, the grandma looks awful.
Many of the neighbors would talk to my parents about seeing weird stuff in the house, like shadows moving around the windows when we weren't
Oh my
home.
gosh.
The first thing that would come to our heads was that someone must have broken into the house, but nothing would ever be missing. Of course, they didn't think that there was someone breaking in. They were sure that our house was haunted.
Oh,
Everyone even refused to come inside for parties or any other special occasion. They told us to get a priest and to get rid of any bad
Oh god,
spirits.
I'm not into this.
I
We
know.
didn't take their warnings as something important because
Can't mule
my
us.
parents don't believe in
Kind
those
of
kinds of
nice.
things. Although I would hear someone going up the stairs at night, our stairs were really old, so they would make a
Oh,
loud
I
sound
know.
when someone would step on them.
Creaky
However,
balls.
when I checked, there was nothing. I would just run to my bed and cover my head with the sheets until I fell asleep. One night, someone started knocking on the door really hard and screaming. We got really scared as it was 12:30 a.m. and everyone was asleep by then in our neighborhood. It was extremely rare that someone would be up at that time. My dad took his shotgun and told my mom and me to stay in my room and
What's he
not
got that
move.
out for?
I was scared for my dad's safety, but I felt relieved when my dad said my neighbor's name. He informed us that a water pipe had broke in our backyard and the water was spraying his house and broke one of his windows.
Nah, mate.
He was nice about the situation
Something more
and
to it.
even said he'd help us fix the pipe. My dad got the shovels, as the pipes were underground, and we had to dig to see what was wrong.
I don't like seeing shadows.
Fix it.
Shadows are awful.
As we started digging, they realized that they needed other materials, and they went to get it, leaving me alone in the
Bet they
backyard.
dig up bodies.
Don't Don't say stuff like that. That's just, I don't want to watch the rest. Imagine they dig up a deep one.
They must be digging up something. They're going to come across something. Skeletons.
Oh my gosh, but you just let it just come the natural way instead of like thinking stuff like that, the extreme.
Barely any light back there. The only source of light we had was the moon and one light post a block away from my house.
Great.
I was pissed off. I mean, how could they leave an 8-year-old boy there by himself in the dark? But I didn't say.
I'm sick of that. Don't you dare do anything like this again on these videos.
Wake up! Come on, get your plug in.
I can't do these with you. I can't do these with you at all. I don't know why I invited you in here.
About 10 minutes had gone by since they left, and I was wondering what was taking them so long. They were only getting some materials after all. But as I was going to go back inside,
Here we go.
I saw something moving really fast at the back of my eye.
Oh my gosh! Look at that!
Oh my gosh!
No, do you know what I'm saying?
Let's just see what they find.
I seen it. Did you see it moving like that? Woo, 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 woo. It was a demon. Do you know what demons are like?
Yeah.
They're dark and they've got red eyes.
I wanted to run, but I couldn't. I wanted to
No, look,
scream,
it's jumping
but
about.
I couldn't. All I could do was move my eyes.
Oh wow!
I started to freak out, looking around to see what the hell was running around me. I didn't see anything. It was as if there was nothing there at all. But then I looked to my right, and I saw something that haunts me to this very day.
Oh my gosh!
It was a demon, in my opinion. It was so tall, around
is
7
awful.
or 8 feet tall. It had long, skinny legs with a really buff body. It also had
There you go.
very
8
long
foot
spiral
tall.
horns.
Imagine that.
And
Bigger than Jordan,
his
he is.
eyes shined in the dark. I still couldn't move. The thing ran by me, looked at me, but it didn't do anything to me. It just looked at me. It could have been a goat or a sheep. I've never seen one so.
I'm laughing at you and
Dragon breath.
demon breath. He just called that thing. Did you hear what he just called it? A bloody sheep. How can you call that a sheep? Did you hear him say it?
Yeah,
There you go.
Legs like a human. It ran, and I hid behind a big tree by my
At
neighbor's
least you haven't
house.
touched the boy.
Finally, I could move. I yelled at the top of my lungs like,
Oh, that's you. That is.
He's gone from like a young boy, okay, 12 years of age, to a bloody preschool boy, like a baby. Isn't it? He's a baby.
He's scared, so he can't let it all out. I'm sure of it.
It was in the garden. It was just chilling. It was stood while the demon was dancing around him. If it was me,
He probably froze on the spot. I think I would.
I'm not. You giving it the benefit of the doubt, are you?
Yes.
So would you just freeze and just look at the demon, the sheep?
Yeah, I don't think if you're that scared, I don't think your body would move.
Would you be scared, guys? Are you scared? Is it a funny one or is it a scary one? Down below. In between, I am.
"Please." My dad came running with his shotgun in hand and asked me what was wrong.
Come on, Dad.
It's too late,
I
mate.
explained what I saw to him, but he didn't believe me, nor did my mom.
I
But
wouldn't.
someone did. My neighbor told me that he thought nothing happened to me because I'm a kid. As time passed, I slowly got over it. I moved from that house and moved to New York. My grandparents sold the house, and I left that experience in the past.
Followed you.
Oh, there she is again.
However,
Look.
that's
Awful
not where
looking
the
granny.
story
Ugh.
ends. In my sophomore year in high school, I had a nightmare. The thing that I saw that night was in it this time. I could only see its head as it was hiding behind a big tree. He said 3 words that'll haunt me until my time comes. It said, "You can't hide." I woke up from my nightmare and headed to school. While in school, at around 12:30 p.m., there was an announcement. A classmate of mine had been killed in front of my school by a car without brakes. I turned pale as I thought my nightmare may have something to do with the incident. I was scared and even went home early. I told my parents about it.
I can see it all happening in my head.
You just done that on purpose. I'm not stupid. There's nothing even happening to be scared of.
I pictured it all in my head. I can't do it.
But this time they took me to a priest, and he said he'd give me something in 3 days. Every single day I had the same nightmare until my priest gave me a blessed cross. and I haven't had any nightmares about the thing anymore.
Oh.
However, every night I sleep with the covers over my head.
I need to sort these. I need
Call
to get
me
some
a coward or
different.
anything you want, but the thing still hasn't left my mind. Those 3 words haunt me till this day, making me wonder when I will forget or move on from the thing.
I hate shadows, guys. I hate shadows. I hate shadows. I just hate shadows. I just hate shadows. I just hate demons.
They are
I don't
the
like
worst.
demons.
Shadows are the worst.
I need to sort these earphones out. What are them things what Tiana's got? The new things. What are they called? Apple. What?
You want to put an apple in your ear?
You know what I mean, because they keep popping out. The new iPhone, iPod. AirPod. I need to get AirPod. Okay, right guys, that's it for today. I'm just a bit freaked out. Well, we'll react to the BFTs. We're going to do a daytime edition first, then we're going to upgrade ourselves to the
can't
evening.
do night.
Yes, we are. We're doing it for the fans. They're asking for it, so we've got to do it. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, put the notifications on, and like the video. So obviously, you know you enjoyed it.
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Have you
but I'm
seen your
done.
face? You look like you've seen a monster.
Stack on. Peace out, guys.